Hello, Epic friends. Welcome back for another reading in the book of Genesis. Make sure you have your Bible, grab your comma journal and a pen, and we're going to get started. Comma journal, at the back is the comma quick start guide. It's going to give you some helpful tips and hints as you look at the letters in comma on how you can read and enjoy and observe what you're reading and engage in what you're reading a little bit differently. There's a video also that will help you with that. We're going to get started though, so make sure you grab your Bible. We're going to be in Genesis chapter 15, verses 1 through 21. All right, and you can hit pause while you find your place in your Bible, but we're going to get started. All right. The Lord's covenant with Abram. After this, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a vision. Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward. But Abram said, Sovereign Lord, what can you give me since I remain childless, and the one who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, You have given me no children, so a servant in my household will be my heir. Then the word of the Lord came to him. This man will not be your heir, but a son who is your own flesh and blood will be your heir. He took him outside and said, Look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them. Then he said to him, So shall your offspring be. Abram believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. He also said to him, I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land to take possession of it. But Abram said, Sovereign Lord, how can I know that I will gain possession of it? So the Lord said to him, Bring me a heifer, a goat, and a ram, each 3 years old, along with a dove and a young pigeon. Abram brought all these to him, cut them in two, and arranged the halves opposite each other. The birds, however, he did not cut in half. Then birds of prey came down on the carcasses, but Abram drove them away. As the sun was setting, Abram fell into a deep sleep, and a thick and dreadful darkness came over him. Then the Lord said to him, Know for certain that for 400 years your descendants will be strangers in a country not their own, and that they will be enslaved and mistreated there. But I will punish the nation they serve as slaves, and afterward they will come out with great possessions. You, however, will go to your ancestors in peace and be buried at a good old age. In the 4th generation your descendants will come back here, for the sin of the Amorites has not yet reached its full measure. When the sun had set and darkness had fallen, a smoking firepot with a blazing torch appeared and passed between the pieces. On that day the Lord made a covenant with Abram and said, To your descendants I give this land, from the Wadi of Egypt to the great river of the Euphrates, the land of the Kenites, Kenizzites, Cadmonites, Hittites, Perizzites, Rephites, Amorites, Canaanites, Girgashites, and Jebusites. All right. To understand this passage a little bit better, look at your quick start guide, your comma quick start guide. All the letters in comma stand for something. The C is the context. What was happening at the time that this book of the Bible was written? That intro page in a study Bible is the best way to kind of get an understanding of that, or Bible Project videos. All right, and then going on to the O and comma observations, what do you see? Take a look at treats without the vowels, TRTS. So what's the theme of the passage? Repeating words or ideas? How about truths about God? And then something striking, something that stood out to you. That M and comma is the message. What does God say? Take a look at your specs. Put your specs on for a closer look. Specs, SPECS. Is there a sin to confess? How about a promise to claim? An example to follow? Was there a command to obey? Or a statement about God? Second M in comma is meditation. Take a moment to think about that. And then the A in comma, application. How are you going to apply this to your life? Now that you've read this and understood it a little bit more, what are you going to do? How are you going to apply it to your life today? All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.